11% of the American population moves to a different place every year. Of this percentage, the nation's capital lured the most people for relocation in 2017. But for families and young professionals, big cities can have big drawbacks.
I'm a Jersey girl. I was born and raised in New Jersey, but I did go to high school in New York. The city, it's harder. It's harder to meet people. It's harder to connect with friends. Living in a suburban environment is great because you can jump in your car within 5 to 10 minutes. You can get your groceries. You can go to restaurants. There's sports facilities for your children. There's parks. There's nature. That tipped us towards moving to a suburb instead of living in a city.
It's the best place to be because there's so much nature all around you. When I was younger, I always used to go in the woods and just chill there for a couple of hours. You'll go in my backyard and you'll just see herons, crayfish, there's deer everywhere.
My kids grew up splashing in the streams of Goose Creek. They grew up jumping from boulder to boulder. That kind of experience is amazing for a small community, and also because we all knew our neighbors, we would go together.
Today, some unassuming corners of the U.S. are experiencing unprecedented growth. One of the most vibrant communities just outside Washington, D.C. has seen its population rise from around 85,000 people in the 1980s to over 422,000 today.
I'm incredibly proud of what we've accomplished here in Loudoun. We have always been a community that was looking out to recognize the heritage that we had, but also be very welcoming to the future. You can't manage that or be a successful community at the end of that unless you have a collaborative, effective planning process.
I think this is the best economic development job in the world. I really do. We've been incredibly successful over the last decade and a half. We attracted $6 billion in new investment just last year. And you have to credit the Board of Supervisors here. From term to term, they have really focused on growing an economy. And we really believe that you have to do that organically. We have one of the highest concentration of science and technology workers anywhere in the world. So as we have continued to grow and our technology industry has grown, more and more of those type of workers have really came into our community, and it's really made a big difference. As we sit here today, we are the largest concentration of data centers in the entire world. A little more than 70% of the world's internet traffic travels through Loudoun County every single day.
We are a reasonable plane or train ride to New York City. We're close to the I-95 corridor, which means Richmond to our south or Baltimore are easily accessible. And having Dulles right here in our own backyard makes it very easy to not only connect to those cities here in this country, but internationally as well.
You have a lot of the attributes of an urban center, but you also have what we think of as a very livable place where you have the opportunity to stretch out a little bit and get to know your neighbors and enjoy everything from the Appalachian Trail and the C&O Canal, the Potomac River, to the more urban settings. And I think that's part of what makes Loudoun so special.
In Loudoun County, tradition meets innovation. On the eastern side lies a bustling suburban community and burgeoning urban centers driven by technology, government, nightlife, travel, and mass transit, while the rural western side houses Virginia's largest wine, brewery, and equine industries.
We're very sensitive to our natural and historic resources. Our planning effort has recognized that there are natural areas that need to be preserved, and that is part of our incredible landscape, not only in the western end of the county, but throughout our entire county.
Here in Loudoun, we have a thriving rural economy with a number of breweries and wineries and value-added agriculture. And then when you come to the east, you have everything from government agencies like Customs and Border Protection, the data centers, and just a host of great technology companies. We think that we have built something that can really withstand the future ups and downs of any economy, and that's really been our focus going forward.
Whether or not you're a young professional, family, or a business, you're looking for a place of opportunity where you can succeed, and we also tie all of it together because we have a very welcoming environment.
I think it's a very unique community. There's a lot of diversity among my friend group, which I think is really cool.
Top median household income, top business investment in counties of its size, safest county in Northern Virginia, top data center market in the world. Thanks to a diverse economy and the spirit of its residents, Loudoun County's accolades grow by the day.
I think that Loudoun County has done a fantastic job really balancing the tech and the rural. We've been able to preserve just the natural beauty here while still attracting a talented workforce and really great companies to come here. To create a business here in the rural community has been much easier. Here at Stone Tower, we've been very pleased with the reception we've gotten from the community, both the business community, the individuals living here, the support they've given us to help promote our business. It's just been a very positive experience to have a startup and create a new winery here in Loudoun.
What made Loudoun County so attractive to us is this center of excellence that Loudoun County has created for the data center community and for internet connectivity. For us, it's very important to build a physically secure environment, but you have to be able to connect it through the internet to the outside world, and Loudoun County represented all of that for us.
Ensuring Loudoun continues on the right path, Loudoun is investing in its future in many ways, developing a workforce that meets tomorrow's needs.
Workforce is critical to our future, and when I went to the academies of Loudoun, I thought, I've seen the future of education.
So I definitely think that the fact that Loudoun County is based around science and technology makes it a much better place to grow up. Behind me you see that people were making drones here, and you wouldn't have that opportunity to do that at another school.
I love living in Loudoun. There is so much for everybody that I think this is a place that you can find what you're looking for.
I think that this is the kind of community that you really have to see to believe. The towns and the vistas, I think that you come here, you're gonna be convinced, and that makes my job a lot easier.
Loudoun County, Virginia, where tradition meets innovation. To learn more about all the exciting things Loudoun has to offer, visit loudoun.gov.